Top story where the amid continued targeted killings that are reported in the valley. A migrant worker was killed. Another one was injured in a targeted attack that happened in Budgam, where this came hours after a bank manager who hailed from Rajasthan, Vijay Kumar, was murdered yesterday. Chilling CCTV footage of the attack also was captured, showing a cowardly terrorist stole into the bank and also whipped out his gun. It was a matter of seconds when he fired 2 rounds directly at Vijay Kumar. Now, while Islamist hate knows no bounds, the killing wasn't unexpected. It was waiting to happen, and it is just the latest one in the uninterrupted genocide of Kashmir that once again is being witnessed against the Kashmiri Hindus.
पहले पोस्टिंग उनकी क्लर्क के रूप में हुई थी। 1 साल के बाद उन्होंने दोबारा एग्जाम देकर पीओ की पोस्ट की थी। वहाँ पीओ की पोस्ट जहाँ छोटे छोटे गाँवों में बैंक है, वहाँ पीओ ही मैनेजर है। मैनेजर की पोस्ट वही कर रहे हैं। अभी ये चल रहा था आगे एग्ज़ाम, उनके पीओ के एग्ज़ाम होते हैं, वो तैयारी कर रहा था आगे ब्रांच मैनेजर बन के फिर कोई और स्टेट में या कहीं भी आने की। हमारी कोशिश तो यही कि राजस्थान में कहीं आ जाए, पर ईश्वर की जो है इच्छा वही होगा।
Meanwhile, the Hindu minority in Kashmir is now saying enough is enough. Many are also pledging to leave the valley for the second time and never to return. Hear them in their own voice, the darkest fears that they have been calling out, because they say that their lives are in danger. Well, this is coming at a time when many of those families, they say they have been forced to leave the family. On your screens are pictures coming in from the arrival of the Kashmiri Pandits to Jammu. And the majority of them are now seeking a transfer there as far as the government employees are concerned, because they fear for their lives, saying that they want an immediate transfer to Jammu.
भट्ट साहब की तहसील ऑफिस में आकर आइडेंटिफाई करके गोली मार दी जाती है। तो आप बताइए, एक तहसील ऑफिस सिक्योर नहीं है तो वो जो फॉर फ्लंग में हमारे लड़के काम कर रहे हैं वो कैसे सिक्योर होंगे?
हम ट्रांसफर चाहते हैं, हम अपने होम डिस्ट्रिक्ट में ट्रांसफर चाहते हैं। हमारे माँ बाप हैं, बूढ़े हैं, बुजुर्ग हैं, हम 15-15 साल से जॉब कर रहे हैं और हमें अच्छी जॉब की है। हमें कुछ जहाँ पे कुछ नहीं हुआ, ऐसा कोई टेरर मतलब की टाइप का कुछ नहीं हुआ, उन लोगों ने हमें भरपूर साथ दिया।
ट्रांसफर चाहते हैं, हमारी वहाँ से यहाँ पे ट्रांसफर हो जाए।
हम ट्रांसफर चाहते हैं,
वहाँ पे नहीं नौकरी करनी, हमको ट्रांसफर चाहिए, हमको बस ओनली ट्रांसफर।
हम चाहते हैं उनकी सिक्योरिटी हो जाए और वो कश्मीर में ही रहे। हम नहीं चाहते वो यहाँ से निकले। वो हमारे भाई है और एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का फॉल्ट है। बार बार उनको खोखले वादे किए गए उनके साथ, और हम चाहते हैं कि एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन जल्द से जल्द कोई स्टेप उठाए, उनको सिक्योर करे।
आप देखिए, पिछले 1 महीने से 7 लोगों की, 7 सिविलियनों की जान चली गई। इस पे कोई ये नहीं हो रहा है कि एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन कहाँ है, कहाँ इनको सेव कर रहे हैं वो।
Well, ironically, those who have patronized terror in the last 3 decades are now coming out to put the entire blame at the doorstep of the centre. The BJP, however, has hit back, saying that they alone will repatriate Hindus in Kashmir.
जो गलती 1989 में की थी, वो गलती उसी लाइन पर गलती नरेंद्र मोदी की सरकार कर रही है। आप सिर्फ पिक्चर बनाने में, प्रमोशन में आप ये समझ रहे कि कश्मीरी पंडित का हमला पिक्चर प्रमोशन से होगा। अब आप देख लो, खमियाजा भुगतना पड़ रहा था आपको। और ये हो गया कि रात में आपको जहां पर हमारे कश्मीरी पंडित रहते हैं, वहां पर उनको आपको बंद करना पड़ रहा, उनको भागने से रोकना पड़ रहा आपको।
निहत्थे बेकसूर लोगों को पाकिस्तानी आतंकवादी निशाना बना रहे हैं। सेलेक्टिव टारगेटेड किलिंग्स, जिसमें कश्मीर के अंदर काम कर रहे हिंदुओं को और सिखों को तथा कश्मीर के अंदर जो देशभक्त मुसलमान हैं उनको निशाना बनाने की एक साजिश हो रही है।
Meanwhile, Times Now also confronted the Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha on his arrival in Delhi, because there is a lot of pressure that is building on his administration, seeking answers on the Hindu killings. Take a look at the sequence of events.
The innocent lives being going in Kashmir, sir, what do you have to say? So another Hindu life was taken out today in Kashmir, sir, what do you have to say to that? Are you going to meet Amit Shah tomorrow? What's your plan, sir?
Going across to Ishan now, who is joining us at this point. Ishan, another round of killing that was reported last evening in Budgam, where you're reporting from. One laborer who has been shot dead, the other one injured. Meanwhile, the Hindu families are forced to leave the valley once again.
Well, yes, absolutely. Yesterday's attack has once again acted as a big blow to the government and their promises of keeping them safe. We are right now reporting from Budgam, and this is a brick lane where this labourer worked. He hailed from Bihar. Dilkhush is his name, and you can see this is the road which leads to Budgam district, and we also have this district bordering with Pulwama on the other side. So a very sensitive location. We tried asking the locals also that whether this sort of incident has happened here before or not. First, let me go and speak to one of those eyewitnesses who was here when this incident took place. बताइए उस समय पे क्या हुआ और आपने क्या देखा?
सर इधर दो आदमी आए, गोली चला के हमारे आदमी चले गए। हम 7 आदमी कमरे में बैठे थे, 4 इधर बैठे थे जुग्गी में, 3 हम इधर बैठे थे। तो इधर से देखा भी 2 आदमी आ रहे हैं। हमने सोचा हमारा आदमी कोई आएगा काम के लिए, बोलने के लिए भी सुबह आना, इधर ईंट उट फेंक देना। तो हमने जहाँ पे आए, जहाँ से फायरिंग करना शुरू कर दिया। 2 फायर निकाला, इधर पीछे को भाग की तरफ। हमने फिर लड़के को देखने लग गए उधर, फिर जल्दी ट्राली में डाला उसको, तो हॉस्पिटल में खाने लगे। लाला ने नाले को फ़ोन किया, वो तो कानाला आ गया। वो बोला मैं नहीं, ट्राली पे नहीं, बाइक पे ले जाता हूँ। वो बाइक में लेके चला गया हॉस्पिटल में, जहाँ सतर गाँव में। तो वहाँ से जवाब दे दिया उन्होंने। वो बोले फिर श्रीनगर ले जाओ। वो फिर श्रीनगर लेके गए गाड़ी में। गाड़ी से श्रीनगर गए तो वहाँ पे रास्ते में ख़त्म हो गया। तो अब तो हम भी बोला भाई इधर नहीं रहेंगे, चले जाएंगे यहाँ से, अब नहीं काम करेंगे इधर।
So as you heard him saying that they want to leave. I'll also show you that this is the I don't even call this a house. This is a small place that has been made out of these raw bricks, and then a temporary shelter has been put, and this is where he was living. That is the location where he was shot at. There are blood stains on inside, and there was a charpoy on which he was sitting at that time. There's a small kitchen also which has been made here to make meals, and then you can see the vicinity as well. There are apple orchards again on my left hand side, and also the area does not have a huge local population. But they say that they have been coming here for years, but they haven't seen anything like this. And these attacks have made them think that they should go back, because all of them are coming to Kashmir, these laborers particularly from Bihar, UP, Punjab, to earn a living. And last year we also saw attacks happening, and back then the government was also under pressure. But somehow things started to calm down, and the government was once again assuring and promising. And now today again government is assuring and promising. But despite that, we have seen that despite government holding meetings with intelligence agencies, police, top officials, the attacks are continuing. And that is something which is now worrying our security forces, and particularly the people, minorities in Kashmir Valley. Kashmiri Pundits saying they want to leave Kashmir, and we can confirm that in ones and twos, some of them are trying to leave Kashmir Valley. Although there's a deployment of security forces outside their houses to prevent them from going out, but despite that, they are saying that their lives matter, and that is when the government is taking a hit, because they are saying from a long time that they want to bring back Kashmiri Pundits and Hindus to Kashmir. But if the already existing Kashmiri Pundits and Hindus want to leave, this will act as a big blow and dent to them. What happens next in today's meeting, that will be something interesting to see, because NSA, top officials of the intelligence security agencies will be there in the meeting. What details do they, what is the finding that they do? Because there are 10,000 plus Kashmiri Pundits living in Kashmir Valley. 800 plus families haven't left Kashmir Valley in the 90s when the situation was very worse. But now these Kashmiri Pundits who have come under PM package and were resettled, who are around 4,800 plus, are saying that they want to leave Kashmir Valley and they can return to Kashmir Valley when the government and they also feel that it's safe for them to come back. But yes, a tragic story unfolding here in Budgam. One has to see, because we have been continuously monitoring the situation, seeing that the situation is getting from bad to worse.
Absolutely, Ishan, because you've been speaking to many of those families there, and it seems with the pictures that are coming in, every mode of transportation is being used by the Kashmiri Hindus to leave the valley, whether it be at the airports or even by road. We're looking at multiple families now arriving in Jammu.
Well, absolutely right. You know, we have been speaking to several people, including those who have been in face of protests since these all days when Kashmiri Pandits hit streets after Rahul Bhatt's killing. They are saying now that they would not stay here because after Rahul Bhatt's killing, they were here protesting and demanding answers from the government. But their demands were there. But now they are saying that nothing will work. They don't want any accommodations. They don't want any promotion in jobs. They don't want anything else. All they want is their transfers to happen to Jammu. And since Rahul Bhatt's killing, it has been more than 20 days since they have been protesting. Now they have called off the protest because of the fact that they want to leave Kashmir Valley, and they are saying that they will protest in Jammu. And we have seen several our contacts, people who we have been in touch with, they have left Kashmir Valley, they have moved to Jammu, although they don't want to tell people that they are leaving Kashmir because of the security fear, because there's a large fear that is existing on the ground, and that is why they are leaving in ones and twos. People who are being guarded migrant colonies, they say that they aren't being allowed to move out, and that is why they're holding government responsible, saying that if they are the scapegoats, because at one point they are saying that the government wants to show that everything is normal in Kashmir Valley by telling them that the Kashmiri Pandits haven't left, and that is why they feel that they are being made scapegoats in Kashmir Valley by the administration. Right. They are today keenly looking at the government's decision and that meeting that's going to take place in Delhi, whether there will be any relief for them, whether they will be transferred to Jammu. That is something which they are eyeing at. But government sources telling us clearly that they are in no mood to transfer them to Jammu. But yes, security assurances, confidence building measures and the demands that they have,
absolutely,
they are
ready
to fulfill that.
A lot of pressure that is building up on the LG and its administration, as we are standing by for that all crucial meeting on security that will be chaired by the Union Home Minister NSA Ajit Doval, expected to be present. Also with the LG Manoj Sinha, who's already arrived in the national capital, but not ready to take any questions that Times Now had asked him. Ishan, for the moment, thanks very much for joining in.